There's a large body of psychological research which essentially says that if you want to change people's beliefs, and you want to sort of cement a mindset, what they say or what you say to them, well, that's just fine. But what really changes the deep-seated beliefs we have is what our behavior is. So you go to Facebook, which I've already talked about. This is a quote from Chris Cox. We don't talk about our mindset much. They kind of get an introductory lesson or lecture from Chris, who still does it, from most people at Facebook. Maybe they give them a computer and get them going. But the idea is to live the mindset, not to talk about it. And it turns out, and there's good research to support this, that even if people don't like the direction you want them to go and don't believe you, your job is to keep them marching in the direction you want them to go. And there's a lot of evidence that their beliefs will change as a result, as long as you keep them going. And by the way, every major religion and every major military uses this technique to brainwash people. But to give you so I actually lost Bonnie Simi, but I'm going to tell this story anyway. So I took out one slide too many. So there's this amazing Stanford graduate, Bonnie Simi. So Bonnie's a 3-time Olympian in the luge. And for you undergraduates, you will love this. I sort of love this too. There was one point, Bonnie's in her 50s now. She got a letter from the provost putting her on academic probation. And the same day, she got a letter also from the provost congratulating her for making the US Olympic team. So she had an interesting sort of career. Well, Bonnie, in addition to doing all these Olympic efforts, she became a pilot and eventually became a pilot at JetBlue. And Bonnie has since done all sorts of stuff at the D School. Along the way, she got an MBA and a degree from management science and engineering just in the last 5 or 6 years, because she loves school so much. And one of the reasons she got a degree from MS&E is she wanted to learn about operations, because some of us will remember in 2007 there was a terrible incident where there were thousands of people stuck on planes at Kennedy. And Bonnie believed that that was a completely preventable problem caused by the fact that that JetBlue had outgrown its culture, its process, and its IT system as it had gotten too big. It needed to go to a more systemic approach. And after several top-down attempts to stop it, to fix it, they were so desperate they let Bonnie sort of try her trick, which was initially to bring 40 and then in groups of as much as 80 people together. And what they would do is, a la the D School, since she was very influenced by the D School, is, so imagine a storm hits Kennedy. I flew into Kennedy last week and all the planes, there's like 4,000 flights canceled. A storm hits Kennedy. What's the process of closing it and then reopening it and doing it as effectively as possible? And they'd map it with Post-it notes. And wherever there was a pink Post-it note, that meant there was a problem they had to fix. Very interdisciplinary teams. And so she did this. She describes, and she talked about this in my class, MS&E 280 at one point. And she has all these folks doing this for her, and it's like the first day, she's got almost no budget. And she says to them, there's about 40 of them, how many of you think this is going to be effective? Not a single one of them raised their hands. But they liked Bonnie, so they kept sort of moving forward. And if you fast forward a few years, this process actually seems to have largely fixed their operations during difficult weather. And the message here is, no matter what people are saying, keep them moving forward.